What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we're here today to talk about my stress levels. No, you see that mess in the back? I really feel bad. Like, I haven't really been like cleaning my room, so every time I do a video and like I do a close-up of my face or whatever like that, I'm like, Jesus Lord. Like, there's so much in the back, but it's just me scrambling and everywhere, and I apologize for it. But I thought I'd give you guys an update. I've been talking about this video for a long time, right? That I'm going to be doing an update. I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. And it's just one of those things where there's certain uncertainties on what I was doing that I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about it now, and then all of a sudden it changes, then I have to do another update video. And I guess that's the point of update videos, that you keep updating. But at the same time, I haven't uploaded a video on this channel, I think, for almost getting close to a week now. And it's starting to bother me, and it's like I'm doing so much stuff behind the scenes, and it's like I gotta give you something, just so you know that I'm not just blowing you guys off. And I don't know, I know that some creators do that, but it always bothers me. It's like, you know, if you build a community, at least let them know what you're doing if something's going around. So by the title, I'm probably gonna make it obvious what's going on, is that we are trying to move. And I say we as in like me and like my community, we're trying to move. I'm in the process of it, so there's not like, it's very far along, but it's also stuff can still go wrong. So it's like there are parts in the process of buying a place. If you guys are not homeowners, I think a decent amount of my audience are older, so they probably have a home, or maybe you're getting into this process yourself. It is extremely stressful, and on top of that, it is a very tedious process. So there's days like the day before yesterday, I was off from work, and that was the day that I said I was gonna upload. I was gonna finish out Pokemon Arceus, and I was gonna finish it out completely. And I didn't play any games that day. Like, if I did, it was probably at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., just because of all the stuff that I had to do. I had a lot of stuff to sign, a lot of stuff to look through, because you're signing documents, you're paying people, you're signing checks, you are doing a lot of stuff, and it is very nerve-wracking. And I'm the type of person that likes, like, not a perfectionist, but I really want to make sure that I'm doing things correctly. So I'm rereading stuff. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm searching terms. I'm making sure that, you know, and most of the time, a lot of the people involved, your attorney, the person that you're working with, the bank, your real estate agent, everyone, there's, to a degree, there's a lot of stuff that they can't screw you over for. They could try, but it would be like super illegal. So the odds of them or anyone, or even on the other side, like the seller stuff, that even if they were, the odds of them doing anything is very low, because it's just stupid. It is so unbeneficial to try to, it's better to do a smooth transaction than to do something sketchy, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. Of course, I can't tell you where I already know there's one person like, so where are you gonna live? I will try to do, maybe once I actually in the place, and I'm like actually in there, and I set up a few things, and then I could do like a house tour, room tour. It's not a house, by the way. I'm not getting a house. I can't afford to live in an actual house. That's years down the road, you know. That's something that I can work towards. I would love to it, because a lot of stuff in condos and co-ops it's a little bit more nerve-wracking, a little bit more annoying than if you just get a house, because you have to go through stuff. If you guys are unaware, when you do go into like condos and co-ops, they have like, you have to pretty much get like approved to live there. A house, usually it's all like financial stuff. It's all pretty much financial stuff. Now condos and co-ops, it's financial as well, but at the same time, it's like a very strange thing where it's like they want you to make a certain amount of money on top of whatever. Like, because if you're getting a house, like it really kind of doesn't matter. Like, you could prove to them that you could make enough to sustain the payments. But in the co-ops and condos, they can kind of do something different. They can pretty much ask for additional stuff and ask for like a little bit more, because they're trying to look for the community aspect, because you're living in like, you know, you're living amongst people, which is stupid to say, because in a house you have a community. But like where I'm living at right now, my neighbor has, you know, doesn't really matter too much with what I'm doing. But obviously condos and co-ops, most of the time, that unless it's like, I think a townhouse, I think you're like literally still living in, like, it's kind of like you're still living in an apartment, and you're still living next to somebody. And like, when you leave out your house, you know, you're in a community space. You're not in, you know, when I leave out my house, I'm in the front yard of the house. I'm not in the community space where everyone's walking their dogs. Like, yes, you can look at it. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, yes, there's a neighborhood, like in a housing area, but like in in a condo or co-op, it's like you're in an apartment building essentially, and when you walk out of your house, you're probably still in an apartment building, or your room, or your whatever, you're in an apartment building. And when you go outside, you're in the neighborhood, but the neighborhood is not even part of the overall. It's like its own little section that they sectioned off to put in. Whatever. If you guys don't know, I'm just trying to get you like a idea of what's been going on. So that's why if you see that we haven't been uploading on the main channel, I've been doing stuff on the Yu-Gi-Oh channel because it's a little easier, and it's you know, when you have a game that's updating itself and covering it, it's a little bit easier to upload a video. But even then, I wanted to do daily content on there. I haven't really been doing daily. It's been like every other day or something like that. And then here, it's like I want to play Arceus, which is something I want to bring up in the review of the game, is that the fact that you do have to stop and then like level up your rank or something like that does kind of slow the game down when I don't have time to play it. Usually when you play a game, you can just kind of just bulldoze through the game and there's no like level requirements. The only other time, I think Anthem also did it, it's a little wonky to do, so it's been halting me out, and I'm really trying to beat that game before Elden Ring comes out. I wanted to review a couple other games. I wanted to do a review on Demon Slayer because I was watching it. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to do, but it's like delayed heavily because of all this stuff, because there is a possibility that if you don't get certain stuff to the correct people in a certain period of time, everything can just fall apart. And if you as the buyer, me, it would be my fault. It wouldn't even be like, you know, they did this and they're doing some scumbag stuff. It's like, no, we requested this information from you. We needed you to sign this and you didn't return it to us. You didn't send us a copy or something like that. And all of that could be, it could be on my fault. So I'm like stalking emails and it's just the nerve-wracking part of it. So it's like, if I get something, I want to take care of it as quick as I can. And it really, in my opinion, at the moment, it kind of discourages me from actually doing content, because I'd rather just be paying attention to that. And then I don't want to do a video. Like even now, I'm just thinking like, if the longer I talk about this, the longer the editing is going to be, the longer the rendering is going to be. I still got to work out. I still have to work. And that's the thing. It's like, I've seen when I remember Cole was going through it, you know, he probably was able to deal with that on the side, and he was buying a house, and I think he had to do a lot of work on the house too, but it was easier because he just had like a whole freaking team behind it, so it's much easier for him to deal with that. And then like he would do his normal stream and then he would be good. He has editors and stuff like that to edit. All he has to do is play, and then he gets off, and then he probably double checks back with everyone, and then he focuses on his own stuff. So but me, it's just me doing it, so I have to keep track of everything, and as well, and I'm still going to work, and there's a lot of things going on at work, you know, because it is work. Yeah, like it's just, you know, there's just, I've been putting in a lot of extra hours there because they need me there, and it's just, everything combined is absolutely nuts. So I'm not abandoning you guys, and eventually what I'll do is that I'll probably put like a I don't know, like a Patreon or something like that. I know some people probably want to have some like send a gift or something like that, or send some money to assist with it, because it's very expensive obviously to get housing, and any help would be much appreciated, because there's, you know, the down payment, and then there's the closing costs, which is like thousands upon thousands of dollars that you have to put into, and then all that money just kind of comes out your account. So it's either to help with that, or it's to help with, you know, after spending all that money, you know, just to make sure that the boy can get some gas or something like that. You know, it's just a lot of stuff. And that's another aspect that I didn't speak on, is the financial aspect of it, is having to save up a lot of money. You can't spend on as much stuff. You have to be very cautious of what you're spending. And I usually am pretty good at that. I don't try to spend that much. I try not to eat out as much. I try to not buy a ton of games. I would love to buy every game that comes out for the channel, but it's just not feasible to do it, especially not right now. Like, they are looking at my finances. Like, I remember I got paid from Google, and they were like, who's Google? what is this Google thing you have going on here? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, that's my YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, what is that about? What is this YouTube you're talking about? So everything is like documented and being looked over. So it's just, I have to be very cautious. So when everything is done and over, that's what I'm thinking. Like, when I'll probably do another video when things are more solidified. What is it called? You have like an actual serious closing date. That's what it's usually called. You have a closing date, and that's the day that, you know, you're gonna sign all the papers. Everything is pretty much settled. You know, there's nothing more on my end that I have to do but literally show up and sign papers. And that's when I'll put a link, because I still have to set up like, you know, a Patreon and stuff like that. I think I already have one, but I'll have to like find it and link it so that you guys could, if you want to. I'm not asking, but it's just, I know some people always ask me, yo, how can we support? And then I never have a link. I never have a link, I never have anything, and I'm trying to just make money off of YouTube and its ad revenue and stuff like that. And since it hasn't been as great as it used to be with Exos, you know, that's the difference. You know, I have to do it a little bit differently. But hopefully you guys understand. So if you see random videos, like I wanted to cover the Runeterra thing, I'll probably do that. It's a little bit easier for me to do. So much stuff that I want to do, and I just don't have the time, unfortunately. So please stay in there, be patient. I'm trying my best. I can't even clean my room. But I'll have all this stuff, and eventually you guys will see. You will definitely see the new place if everything goes smoothly, and I just got to stay on top of it. So just, you know, wish me luck. You know, pray the stress goes away. I'm a stress guy. Like, I'm good with stress normally. I'm good in stressful situations, but usually like snap situations like these, this is like an extended long period of stress that you have to kind of deal with. It's like a short period of time in the grand scheme of it, but it's long in like, it's like an everyday thing like that you have to be on top of, and that's what's just driving me nuts. I would wholesomely just rather it be this one big, you know, one big shebang. One day you do everything, you're running around, with your head chopped off, and then you're just done. But no, it's not. It's been going on for months, this process. I didn't even tell you guys I was looking for a place. So this is the all of that, like even looking for a place, going out to places, seeing if they're good enough, trying to do that, get an inspection. I actually had a place at one point, and then they denied me. Oh no, they didn't deny me. They took another person over me. So I was getting ready. I was looking at the internet and stuff like that, and making sure my internet's good so I can still upload content. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we went with somebody else. Like, it's insane. And then this place, same thing. You know, like it's you think everything's going good, and then they could also say one thing, and it's just nuts. It's just so annoying in comparison to like getting a car or something like that. And I know it's a bigger purchase, you know, more money is involved, hundreds of thousands of dollars are involved, but Jesus, man, I just wish it was just so much more simple. And I know why it's more complicated is because of people are scumbags in the past, and that's how that works. You know, most of the time when things are complicated, it's because people are scumbags. That's in the past, they found loopholes, and then now they have to make everything all airtight to make sure no one gets screwed over in the grand scheme of things. But anywho, I've been talking for a little bit too long. Hopefully you guys understand, and if you guys see sporadic videos, it just means that, you know what, I wanted to get out something. I really still want to be Arceus. I want to cover the route, so much stuff that I want to do, and hopefully I can get most of this stuff kind of squared away before Elden Ring comes out, because I really want to do a lot of content on Elden Ring, like a lot of obviously the entire game plus PvP. And I keep looking at my screen, my browser. It has over 10 tabs open, just me looking and checking up on things. Oh my God. But just make sure that every day at the Kashino's on the move. We're on the move. We are moving eventually. Yeah, eventually. If all things go soon. But hope you guys enjoy. Any questions as far as anything that I could tell you without, you know, putting myself in danger, feel free to ask. If you're a first-time home buyer as well, there's information that I could give you as far as like that might help you, you know. But yeah, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.